Okay, let's go jump to rank games with a random character and see what great today. And it looks like we are just straight up playing the Berserker. Now we do start off with Amethyst Feasting. I mean, we could try to go for Excalibur type play on the Berserker today. So we want to keep our options open. We're going to start off by grabbing ourselves this broom. Helpbot, we're going to craft up pretty much immediately. We did get a frying pan, but we did get some food items. And since we got the Helpbot, I kind of want to go for this garlic. And I kind of want to sell this. Go ahead and take ourselves one singular banana. But we do need to grab the storage, and I might let go or hold on to it for now. Now, Amethyst Feasting, is that going to be really much better than taking out and just putting in a garlic with a banana? Or would it be better to sell a banana and take a second garlic? Taking a second garlic will be much better for us, but we're going to have to leave it for now and move on with this. Also, why the hell did I move my garlic up? Because we could have had this in our duffel bag. But are we going to be able to beat out this Pyromancer? We're going to have that empowerment for increased damage. We're going to get that heat. We do trigger Helpbot. And I'm hoping that we can win out with our Battle Rage. Unfortunately, our Battle Rage has run out. And it is looking neck and neck. And we do end up falling shorts. Really not ideal. But it is what it is. Let's take our stories now though. Something else we want. Kind of want to take the piggy bank. Kind of want to take the fortune cameras as well. But I'm going to roll. And holy moly. Not a single frying pan to be seen. That's just a hunger blade. With also an axe. Well, I'm going to be saying goodbye to our Brick and Broom Man because Axe is just going to be a lot more damage for us overall. And with that, we're just going to move on. Hunger Blade could have been awesome too because we do get a strong Helpbot. Maybe should have went for that instead of Axe. But I do like the Axe because the Axe will scale up in damage. That's what I do like quite a bit. Our Helpbot keeps us alive. We get our food items triggering faster. But the Axe is going to get tremendous scaling damage. And smashing. Definitely winning out. But Hunger Blade definitely would have helped us out a lot better. Now, Spicy Banana, Excalibur, kind of what I want to go for. False Life, also pretty darn good, but Spicy Banana gives us heat generation, which is kind of what I want. Let's take a Fighting Pack though. We could go for Torch, which not really interested in. We do get a Frying Pan eventually, but it took 7 million bajillion years. Let's also take you two. Let's keep rolling. And we want to take these items for now too. But I also want to speed up our axe just a little bit more too. Frying Pan, we're not going to be adding in right now, even though it would use up a lot more of our stamina. But I don't think we're going to be in a too bad a spot right now. Axe is going to be going pretty darn fast. It's going to be hitting the shield, eat up our stamina. Opponents does have a lot of flat damage, but we have healed up back to full and during that Battle Rage. Stamina cost is going to be crazy on this axe. And we're starting to get a little bit of heat too from our singular banana. And can we win out? Hell yeah, we can. Not bad at all. Definitely not bad. Now let's take our storage. Banana. That's a crazy early cupcake. I kind of want to sell our whetstone for it. Yeah, I'm actually going to take this cupcake. That's kind of nuts for it actually. I'm really hoping that we can stack up our heats more than anything. But let's get going. As long as our opponent doesn't beat us down too fast, we can start getting heats from our Spicy Banana along with our cupcake. That's the dream anyway. Because once we trigger Helpbot, we're going to stack up that region. Right now we're going to get a heat for our cupcake. He is going to just give us crazy speed, and the faster we get going, the more stamina you do use up, the more we trigger bananas, the more heat we get, and it's just going to be a cycle of heat stacking. So it is going to be fantastic. This axe, the faster hits, the more damage deals, so it is going to be incredible for us. But can we really keep up? With 23 heats, our cupcake is going at 2.5 seconds. But our opponent is dealing some big damage, and never mind, we actually still lost. Let's take our garlic. Let's take another Fighting Pack and let's keep rolling. Now, eye lamp for some scaling damage. I really want to sell our frying pan for it. As mad as that is. We're going to sell the garlic. And our little shiny shell for this. Because getting that heat stacked up from the get-go, it's going to be too valuable for us. Now, we could go Cupcake Gooberts. We genuinely could go Cupcake Gooberts. And you know what? I will actually be taking it. Because Cupcake Goobert is going to be kind of nasty. That's 1,000,000% sure. But we should be able to stack up our heats from the get-go since we do start off with that heat. Meaning it's going to be much easier to get our heat stacked up. And with our eye lamp, that actually is going to be 100% basically on our axe. But also even more scaling damage too. So we should have insane damage right now. Although our opponent does have the damage reduction too. They are stacking up a lot of spike damage, which means we're going to be taking a lot of damage ourselves. Once we get our Battle Rage, yeah, it's going to be game over for this round. Now, that is a pineapple on sale because we can always sell it back for the same price. Let's take our Gooberts. And I'm going to sell our pineapple because I do not want to be stacking up spikes whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to be venturing on with this. We're going to be crafting up this Gooberts. And we'll see how this actually pans out. We are facing an Ambit of Life, Ambit of Energy, Adventure. They're going to have the Shovel. They're going to have Heavy Drinking, which could have been awesome for us as well. But I still want to stack up all this heat. Now, they are flicking that blind, but I'm super glad we got this eye lamp so we can get rid of all this actually down on us. 70% still, 7 blinds, which is quite a bit still. With the Hog Rune combined with the Shovel, they're going to be flicking a lot of blinds. But again, actually it's kind of stabilized around 70%. It is slowly decreasing, but we've got tons of the heat. This axe is putting in a crazy work for us. And, hell yeah, not bad at all. And once we get this Cupcake Gooberts, it's going to be even faster, and holy moly. You want to go for Busted Blade? If we manage to get a power from the get-go, Cupcake Goobert could be kind of insane, but we're kind of stacked on heat right now. Tim could be kind of amazing because it will be stealing buffs, but I'm not going to spend 10 gold on this fella. I'm going to roll right now. Helmet does give us time to scale up our heats, which wouldn't be too bad for us. I'm going to take it. 7 gold is kind of insane right now for it though. We could take another Fanny Back, we could take Maneki Neku. I'm still going to roll, we're wasting a lot of golds. We'll take Yudo, Amida Wells is a madness. But we want to be stacking up our heat most of all. Let's take this Potion Belt too, but we really do not want to stack up spikes. So we might end up stacking up spikes, which could be problematic. We need to get our heat stacked up. We got 6 heat, so it's not going to be too much of an issue. We managed to pop it off right before. And we do get that little bit of spike action, and we get our Gooberts to heal us up. That's a lot of freaking cold on us. I'm going to speed this one up because all this colds is going to be hugely problematic for us. However, we still get a decent bit of heat, so our damage scaling up is not bad at all. Hell yeah, even. Now here's the thing. If you want to give up on Excalibur, we take Wolf Emblem, go for a double axe with infinite heat stacking. That could be a lot of fun too. And since it is on sale, I'm going to take it. I'm going to grab a storage and heat stacking. The doggos also seem like a lot of fun, doesn't it? But we need our little forging hammer. Let's take our doggo with our storage. We roll again. I'm going to sell our frying pan and I'm going to keep going. Now you are not a good doggo. Unfortunately, that's a cheese. On sale. Making me kind of want to take it. But at the same time, I want to keep rolling looking for our axe. Our double axe. But 4 gold cheese. Yeah, we got to take it. Now it is going to be a random buff. And that's a presence. Cupcake Gooberts into Storm Blue, but they're going to be stacking up mana. I'm glad they're not stacking up that in power though. But we're going to get our heats. We're going to be going faster and faster. We're going to be triggering our Crouch Pub to deal even more damage along with our axe, which should be fantastic. And we do have about a 34% crit chance. And the faster we get this axe going, the more damage is going to be dealing as well. And that's going to be hugely awesome for us. During Battle Rage, we triggered even faster once again. But is it going to be enough to win out? The opponent is stacking up a lot of max life. They managed to get that in power. And right now it's not looking crazy for us. And we do want to fall short once again. Now I'm tempted to go ahead and take another eye lamp. Mainly because that's just going to be that heat for us. That's another cupcake. How do we not take that, right? Are you even tempted to sell our dog for it? That's exactly what I'm going to do. As mad as that is. Now that is a lantern berry and a half too. But we're not going to be taking that. Actually, let's roll once. Now we're going to be moving. But we lost a little bit of crit chance. But at the same time, that's going to be okay because we're going to get our cupcake to stack up our heats even faster, most of all. So it should be even better for us. The faster we get going, the better. And we could end up going for second cupcake staff, or cupcake gooberts, which I'm also going to be down for. Because our axe, with its turbo speed, with our eye lamps, it's going to be smashing out. No problems whatsoever. We just need way more cupcakes. And the cheese scaling up our max life as well is going to be fantastic. It gives us more buffs, it gives us the power, vampirism, everything in between as well, and hell yeah, not bad at all. Now we do get Mana Mastery, we do get Enchanted Weapons, which I do kind of like with heat stacking. Each time we take Enchanted Weapons, I genuinely don't really like this skill because it's basically every 5th hit. But if we're going to heat stacking, I'm going to take it. And we could pivot into Fancy Rapier. But we don't really have luck stacking. I'm not going to take it. Now how hard is it going to be to find our axe? We could also just go for Katana instead. A superheated Katana. If I sell this and we get our axe next rounds, I'm going to be super sad. Let's roll. Come on, man. I knew exactly that was going to show up. There's no freaking way that that actually happens. Now, I kind of want to grab the bird. Doggo's going to be great and all, but I'm not going to be taking that fella. There's no way that we actually get that axe, but the Ripsaw Blade is going to be removing some of the scaling damage from our opponents, which is kind of what I did want to take out. It's going to be a little bit slower scaling in damage, but at the same time, holy hammer dagger action, we're going to be smashed immediately. But we are going to take the bird, and we're going to be speeding that up as fast as possible. Now we could also grab the Wisdom Pup too, but I'm just going to roll like crazy. And this is exactly what I'm looking for too. Yeah, we're going to be moving on with this. We're going to just let her on Sibling and Bobbleator pretty much just recombobulate. We might honestly want to just let it get rid of her garlic, if we're going to be honest. Definitely not Armored Feasting. We'll see how this actually pans out. With a Ripsaw Blade, I really do want this katana. This katana would be insane because it will be removing those buffs. And also just scaling up insanely fast too. Especially with that Enchanted Weapons as well. But it's really going to be enough to win out. That was a big old crit and just barely surviving. That was kind of nuts. What are we going to get for it? There's no way. We got insanely lucky. There's no freaking way that we actually got that. As well as healing down too. That's going to be even better for us. Grabber storage. Let's roll. Never mind, we would have got a 1 anyway. Let's keep going. Now, Courage Pup, I don't really want to take this fella. I'm going to keep ignoring him for now. 7 blueberries we'll take. Does give us another cheese, which I don't necessarily want. Cheese on sale, we'll be taking you. And chili pepper, I also want to be taking you. That's going to be a heat stacked up even faster. But we'll see how this actually pans out. Katana we definitely need, but once we get a katana, we're going to have a super speedy heat generation that's going to be removing all the heat from our opponents. It's going to be removing all the skilling damage, and it's just going to get a tremendous amount of skilling damage. And with our bird, we're going to be speeding everything up also. So this Ripsaw Blade is going to be hitting for insane amounts. It's going to scale up in insane amounts, especially with Enchanted Weapons. And not bad at all. We do manage to win out. And we get a katana and we get that healing down too. Now let's take our chili pepper. Another cheese, which would be kind of smashing, but at the same time, yeah, we don't really want that. This though we do want. The fanny pack altogether. Because you do want this chili pepper in. And we could go for the prismatic orb. We're not going to be taking that fella either. And we could have went for prismatic sword. We could take the corrupted crystal. To try and get ourselves a second cap discomfort to remove that healing down too. I'm going to be kind of crazy and we'll be taking it. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what he wants. That's one. Oh, this person is getting Rainbow Gooberts online. And this is their last life. But they are rocking the snakes, so we're going to have crazy max life too. We'll be inflicting a lot of debuffs on us, a lot of blinds, a lot of poison, but we should have crazy accuracy along with our eye lamps. And this super heated katana, with about a 20% crit chance, well actually 34%, might be able to keep us up with our opponent because we are removing a lot of their buffs. But still, it's an insane amount of poison on us. But again, we have so much heals, we have so much heat stacked up, and we're staying at full HP. And that was 112 crit with our katana. There's 100 DPS on it right now, which is madness. And speaking of madness, there's a mana orb. Do we even want a mana orb? Probably not. Second cupcake, we'll be taking it. 1,000,000%. Garlic will be taken, we'll be rolling right now. And we definitely need our little forging hammer. What time we take this? Well, let's get going once again. Our cupcakes are going to be insane because each one is going to give us more heats. It's exactly what we want. The faster we get our heat stacked up, the better. It also gives us a crazy amount of heals too. Our opponent does have 66% healing reduction on us, which is going to be kind of insane actually. We're not going to be healing for a whole lot, which could be super problematic. Our Goobert actually only heals for 12 right now. But can we really keep up with him? During our battle rage, we trigger everything faster. Our freaking katana is dealing 104 DPS right now. And not bad at all. Now maybe we should take our points and run. But this katana is actually putting in some work for us. In terms of heals, we only had 13 healing per second. In terms of DPS, we did manage about a 66 DPS. We got decent DPS, but HP is not too great. And 150 block in from Wolf Emblem alone. Well, let's see if we can actually continue carrying this on. Now, you are Vampirism. We could scope Vampirism stacking. I mean, why would we when we could just go for that heat stacking? You are a pet with heats. We'll be taking you. And we do want to take this fanny pack. Speeding up these food items as much as possible. Kind of jumble up everything too, but that's kind of half of what it is. And we just increased our crit chance just a little bit, but also get our heat stacked up even faster. We do start off with 8 heats, and then we can get our food items going turbo speedy. Get our bananas going faster, we should be able to stack up that heat as well, but we are facing kind of a crazy setup. We're going to have lots and lots of skilling damage, we're going to have damage reduction for days, we do decrease your healing just a little bit, but we're going to get heat stacked up. As long as they don't have that invincibility, we should be okay. Now the only buff we're really stacking is heat. But that's going to be okay, because as long as we can keep removing their buffs and get our katana going even faster and faster, not going to be too much of an issue, is it? Not exactly. Little Chestnut's kind of crazy because this guy is going to scalp her heat even faster, which is kind of madness in its own right. Now Cupcake or Turnip, I'm never ever taking that trade. Helmet though, we'll be taking it, because more healing down is going to be phenomenal. Now Courage Pump could be kind of nasty too also. What the hell am I doing? We probably do want to take this, but Little Chestnut's going to be a pet that we kind of want to slot into. And this guy really wants to fit in here. Instead, that's going to be really freaking awesome. So this guy, he's going to stack up our heat even faster. His 3 buff you have most of every 4 seconds. We also increase our crits even faster. We do have a 58% crit chance. But that's another freaking Holy Spear with a ton of lifesteal too. And that's 60% healing reduction down on us. We just need to craft up our helmet to reduce their healing. And it will be a much closer fight. But we're still getting our heat stacked up. And we might be able to keep this going. And you know what? Hell yeah we can. This Super Heat Katana is actually kind of cracked. Not gonna lie. And we got ourselves that second Cabin's Comforts. Something else we want? A little bit of storage. We could take this to look for some red rubies. We're not too pushy about it. We could take a second Goobert for a second Cupcake Gooberts. White collar being on sale, we might as well grab. I mean, should we do it? Stone Golem? Well, we've no real way to get regen stacked up. So, he's not going to be that great, is he? He does give us a little bit of power. We are going turbo speeding, so every hit is going to be that in power. It also gives us a little bit more crit chance. And to cost the defense down, I'm going to take this freaking Stone Golem, man. Let's take a little bit of storage, let's roll. And never mind, I want to take this Ruby Egg instead. Because each Ruby Egg is just going to be so much more heat for us. And the problem is, how the frick are we going to fit the Stone Golem in because of all our pets? So for this round, I think we're going to have to move on with this. We're going to have Rabbit Wells target our Stone Golem instead of our Cupcake Goobert. We're going to have our Wolf Emblem in this spot as well. It's going to be a nice activator for our Cupcake Gooberts. And we should honestly be able to get crits on our Stone Golem. Now, Ilamp is going to have to target our Ruby Elf instead of our Katana, just the way it is set up. But we are going to venture on with this. Having a Feasting going to be in a slightly worse spot. It's not going to be targeting this cheese. It is going to have to do though. But we just need to stack up our heats. And this is where our helmet does come in super clutch. And we do get our invincibility, our battle rage, give us time to potentially be able to bring it back. But can we actually really bring it back? And you know what? Hell yeah we can. What the frick, man? This is kind of cracked. We can trade a banana for this, but I don't think I really want to go for that. I do want to take our stamina sack though. Fortune cameras come back, does make use of all this power. I will be grabbing it once again. Fanfare is kind of nuts because it will be inflicting a bunch of, or removing that stamina, but also give some power. I don't really want that either. Now we can trade our cheese Gooberts, our Cupcake Gooberts, into cheese Goobert. Now this gives us max life, but 2 random buffs. Well, this gives her heats. I'm not trading this engine. Now the bird could be kind of nasty too. Gives more crits, but we can't really afford to fit this fella in either. We're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Unless we grab ourselves another cheese, which we're not going to be going for. But let's keep going. We can grab ourselves that Wisdom Pup. Can we slot that Wisdom Pup in anywhere? I mean, we could slightly move this fella down and then fit him in up here, which I wouldn't be too opposed to. We would lose on a lot with our little chestnut, but at the same time, we would get a little bit more crits. And it is the final round, so we pretty much could sell all this. And we're not going to be able to craft this fella up either, so yeah, we'll be taking that Wisdom Pup. But that's it. This is going to be our final builds. Is this Cupcake Goobert's Katana type situation with Enchanted Weapons really going to be able to win out? But we'll see, because this is double Burning Blades. Obsidian Dragon. They're going to deal crazy damage. We're going to have lots of heats. And the sheer amount of damage they're going to have is going to be kind of absurd. Now we do get our Battle Rage. Give us 50% damage reduction combined with our helmet and our Battle Rage. And it gives us time to get our heat stacked up. But is it really going to be enough to bring it back? Maybe. Because we have removed a lot of their heats, removed a lot of skilling damage. They do get a invincibility. And this is where things are going to fall short for a second with that invincibility. And it does end up falling short. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We did end up with a 94% crit chance with very, very little dogs, which is kind of crazy actually. Still a fun build to get here, which is kind of mad in its own right. Now in terms of DPS, our DPS is probably going to be a bit on the lower side since it did get invincibility. An opponent did have 100 DPS, but he did have double burning blades with dragons. Especially those with city dragons. In terms of heals, we did manage about a 35 healing per second altogether. Now we did stack up 90 max life, which isn't too bad, but in terms of block, we managed 120 block from our Wisdom Pub with our Protect Little Purses. So overall, not a bad build, but not crazy in any way. We did survive with 2 lives left. How much rank points are we going to get from this? +9 or rank this up a decent bit. But I'm going to have to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Now, can we deal with some other round 18 builds? Can we do some justice to our Katana Wolf Emblem Cupcake Goobert type situation? We are facing a Goobert with Empower with a Torn Blue. They're going to be stacking up a lot of max life. We got our heats, we got a Battle Rage, we got that damage reduction, and a Katana is starting to deal some crazy damage, and hell yeah, not bad at all. Now, can we deal with a Dancing Dragon with 75% crit chance and some pretty crazy heat? They're going to be stacking up a lot of power with all Dark Cats as well. They're going to be using up a lot of mana too. But I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, is it? They are dealing some big damage with all his crits, but so are we, and we barely outrace them. Now, can we deal with a Holy Spear, King Goobert's, with 94% heal reduction? Now, this is going to be hugely problematic for us. Because of that heal reduction, they're going to have time to basically stack up their buffs, but we're going to be removing all their buffs. We're going to have very little DPS, I'm going to be honest. Holy Spirit with 29 DPS, we're going to have 41 DPS. And we're going to have a little bit more. But we still got our heat stacked up. So can a Katana really counteract this opponent? Because once we get going, a Katana does get going, and we do manage to beat him out. Now if they had any skilling damage, we could have been in trouble.